Hey guys, I'm going to make this little video about WeakAuras. It's recently come to my attention that a lot of people don't use WeakAuras, and I'm not sure whether that's they just don't know about them or if they're just maybe a little scared of them. The WeakAura UI can be a little intimidating when you first use it, but actually it's actually kind of simple for what most people are going to use it for. You know, if you're a creator and making your own WeakAura strings and things like that, it's a little different. Um, if you look at my screen here, this little icon section that I have right here in the middle of my screen, that is actually a WeakAuras string. I actually use tons of WeakAuras strings. I'll pull them up and I'll kind of show you all the different ones I use. And it's real simple. If you download the WeakAura add-on, you just type /WA into your chat. Once you do that, it pulls up this box. This box right here is the WeakAura box. And then if you look at my screen, I have all this different stuff. Now, this stuff doesn't all show up at the same time. Um, Over here on the left side, you'll see here where it says Unis Evil Boss 276 token rep pally. That's kind of just the default, so I can move that around and things like that. What that actually does is when we're in a raid, it'll actually give me a list of everyone that's in the raid and what they're actually targeting at the time. That's how I know if people aren't killing the correct ads or ads at all. Um, this here on the left side, this actually shows me in the dungeon UI. Um, it will show me if I've completed that dungeon for that week on mythic difficulty or not. It will actually just remove it from the list. This little paw add-on right here, that tells me if I have my pet out. If I don't have my pet out, that icon stays up there. And then don't release, that's just a WeakAura that I use to remind me to not release all the time, you know, until I make sure that I need to release after a wipe in raid or something like that. Um, this little add-on right here, that's the notorious I-beam. That add-on is super great. It plays an air horn anytime you get targeted by I-beam, and that icon pops up telling you how long you have to get out, i.e. this little get out symbol right there. And then this little bouncy icon, that helps me keep track of my frenzy buff for my barbed shot. So whenever I don't have the frenzy buff, that bops up and down. And those are pretty much the WeakAuras that I use as a rule on an everyday basis or in raid. But for the purpose of this video, I'm actually going to show you guys how to install a WeakAura. So what you do is you download the WeakAura add-on, and then you're going to come in and you just scroll all the way down to import. It's super simple. Just click on the import and it pops up this big paste text box. Okay, so then you go to a website where you can download WeakAuras. I personally use wago.io. It's a super great add-on or WeakAuras page. Um, this is the main page, has stuff for every class, has stuff for Uldir, has stuff for all the dungeons. There's actually really nice dungeon packages that you can get that will give you WeakAuras for all of the dungeons for just pertinent information that you need to know. And then Uldir, of course. You can download individual WeakAura strings for different boss fights, or there are actually packages that you can get that have WeakAuras for all of the bosses and the information that you need. For this purpose, we're actually just going to do a heroism or bloodlust tracker. It's going to put an icon on your screen that tells you when it's up and how long it's up. So for this, we're just going to come over here. We're going to go to class roles. We're going to go to damage dealing. Go down to the buff tracker or the lust tracker and click on that. And then you get into here and you see this little copy WeakAura import string. You literally just click it. It's copied it. So then you go back into game and you're just going to control V all of that text into this window. And then you're going to click import when this little icon pops up. And then if you look here, there is the heroism icon. So if you notice, there's kind of like a lock, locks it to the center of your screen, and you can move it anywhere you want. Okay. If you look at this box, there's different tabs, different things that you can do. If you're not really sure, about what you're doing in there, you can play with it a little bit. Worst case scenario, you just remove it and re-download it. But you can actually make this icon smaller or bigger. Okay, and then you can move it to wherever you want on your screen. For this purpose, I think I'm going to put mine probably about right there. Okay, and then once you're done with that, you just simply click the X and it disappears. And if you want to check your positioning, if you're running multiple WeakAuras like I am and you want to check your positioning, all you have to do is type /WA and it's going to pull them back up. So then you can see where your positioning is on everything. And in RAID, I always have my pet out, so the pet icon isn't going to be there. So that's kind of a great place for that to be. Maybe down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just move that down a little bit. And I'm going to move it right above my I-beam. So that way if they both come out at the same time, they're not overlapping each other. And that's just a basic how-to for WeakAuras. Don't be scared of them. They're a great tool. You can pretty much find a WeakAura on wago.io for anything you want. Don't be afraid to look around and see what you can find. You might find something that you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I wanted that WeakAura. I know I've done that in a lot of cases. But don't be scared of them. Use them. You will find that if you use them, you'll have a lot less issues with a lot more things. So thanks for watching, guys.